Hello and welcome to another edition of Tribulation Ready Survival, where we try to get you physically ready for the tribulation and the things that are to come, as well as emergency preparedness and survival through that all the way to the end. So we've been working on some videos. I had an idea that I wanted to put together, and so I'd like to welcome you to my crappy video. It's not really crappy. But here's one of the things that we learned during the COVID lockdown stuff. People were making runs to the store because they didn't have things, or they freaked out because they didn't have things that they thought they needed at home, including toilet paper, okay? Here on this channel, we try to teach preparedness, stocking up to have the things that you need when you need them, not when an emergency happens and you run out and freak out and then you don't have anything. But let's just say you didn't stock up, or you didn't have anything when it's time to go to the bathroom. You're either out in the field or you're at home, utilities are shut off, you gotta go to the bathroom. It's something that you're gonna have to do, but you don't have to sacrifice comfort, folks. If you don't have toilet paper, there are so many alternatives. You can be creative up here. I'm going to tell you a real short story of some things, the way that I came up with some of these things, and here goes. When I was in the military, I spent some time in Africa. I spent time in several different countries in Central and Eastern Africa, and one of the things I noticed in most of these third world countries is they don't have a lot of bathrooms or a lot of toilet papers if you're out of the city. And so what do these people use? They use holes in the ground. They have outhouses, kind of, if you will, designated places that they go to the bathroom. But you just don't go to the store and buy toilet paper. And that does not happen. It's not a thing there. So what do these people do to go to the bathroom? Hey, we all do it. It's a natural thing, and it's something that's going to happen in a survival situation. So what my ideas were and what I learned while I was over there are a couple of things. All of these items are single use. You're not going to want to use them if you have a flushing toilet. You're going to want to use it if you have a pit or a trash can, or if you're using a 5-gallon bucket with a toilet seat over the top, which can be done, or if you're out in the field. You may have some of these things, and this is my alternative toilet paper video. So, while I was in Africa, I noticed that there wasn't any toilet paper. So what do these people use? When you go to the bathrooms there, you'll notice a lot of things. I noticed that they had paper bags. They also had cardboard. Cardboard, if you can find it, it's gone. If it's sitting around somewhere, it's gone. They will take it, tear it off into little pieces to whatever they can use, and that is toilet paper. I'm a little more civilized than that. I absolutely have done that. I prefer not to do that, but what you can do to make any cardboard a little bit more comfortable is soak it in some water. It doesn't have to be drinkable water. It could be a pond, it could be a creek. This is nice and soft. It's only been in there a couple of minutes. Put it in there right before I started the video. Nice and soft and pliable. This is just as comfortable as the regular toilet paper I have right here. It's actually more like a moist wipe, if you will. Cardboard. If you are out in an emergency situation and it's urban enough that you can find some cardboard and it blows everywhere anyway, this is an excellent, excellent alternative to toilet paper. So, same with the paper bag, okay? Paper bags are all over the place. You see plastic bags, but we have paper bags, and I save them not necessarily for this reason, but it can be done. Paper bags soaked in water are also very soft, like a wet wipe. They're very durable. Okay? They work well. Water helps to soften up those cardboards. And it doesn't have to be super clean water, you know. But that is going to help the cardboard and the paper products that are dry become more of like a toilet paper. So that's what they use in Africa. They use paper, they use cardboard, they use scraps of old clothing. You'll see like a shirt that's been ripped up, or you'll go to a place where there is a bathroom, like a hole in the ground, and there'll be like 20 or 30 small little pieces of a rag. They don't use big pieces like we use. They use smaller pieces, and they drop it in there and it's done. And this here will probably get you through a week. Just this size. This is a lot of toilet paper, folks. And when you're in an emergency situation and you have to go to the bathroom, and it's going to happen, you want to be as comfortable as possible. Okay? That rag makes it so much better. It also has other uses as far as if you've got it, you can do all kinds of things with rags. So, but using it for toilet paper is just another awesome use for rags. Paper towels, those types of things may or may not be available. But if you've done your due diligence and you've done some stocking up, you might have some baby wipes. Baby wipes, those are great to throw in a bag, and they last for a little while till they dry out. Then you just get them wet and use them again. Or not use them again, but you get them wet and use them from that. But baby wipes are always a good opportunity to have a little bit of comfort, and they're good. Again, some are flushable, some are not, but again, we're in an emergency situation. I'm going to say your plumbing is probably not available. Those are great to stock up on, but you can't take thousands of them with you. You're not going to fill your bag up or your car up with a bunch of baby wipes. You're going to have to use what you got on the go. But here's another alternative that I have for you. Comfort is really, really, when you're in a crummy situation, the little tiny comfort things that you can do to provide yourself are going to be morale boosters. And morale in an emergency situation is super important. So what else can we do? Check it out. So I've been made fun of because I don't like to throw things away. But I like to see the stuff, if it's free, I like to latch on to it because there's so many alternative uses for free stuff, right? But I have a small little box, or a little cubby hole, if you will, that over the last couple of months, when I go to a certain store, I grab a free Yellow Pages. These pages are like newspaper, newsprint. There's at least 100 to 200 pages per Yellow Pages, and depending on where you live, it may be really thick. But over the last month or so, I have accumulated probably 100 phone books here, smaller phone books. And with each one of these having at least 100 to 200 pages in it, that's a lot of toilet paper, and it's already soft. Already thin, newspaper soft. This would make great kindling for a fire. It would make, but in this particular case, that's a lot of toilet paper. This is more toilet paper than you can stack and stock in a shopping cart at any big box store or in your car. And you've got it right here in a small, compact little area, and now you have toilet paper or whatever you might need it for. In this case, toilet paper. Phone books, man. We're going back to the outhouse time before we had plumbing in our houses. Phone books, JCPenney catalogs, all those things were used as toilet paper. And again, They were used because they had them, they were the resources they had, and they were actually very comfortable. Been told to me that one of the reasons that it was in the outhouse in the first place was because it also provides reading material. So, I would encourage you that if you have a go bag, if you have a hiking bag, if you have a whatever that you carry, I keep, this is 2.5 rolls of pressed, compacted toilet paper that I just throw in my bag. Weighs almost nothing, takes up a little bit of space, and I throw it in my bag. First thing I'm going to use. But again, we're talking about alternative stuff here. And if I'm out there, I don't have my phone books, I don't have any paper, I don't have any whatever. Guys, here's something that I learned while I was in the military, and this is not a joke. Okay? You gotta use something to go to the bathroom. Most people aren't comfortable with just using your hand to clean yourself off with. It's not something that we feel comfortable doing, and I get it. So, another thing that you have available to you is a sock. There have been times where I went out hiking, I went out on a road march or whatever, or I was out in the woods, and you know, it is what it is. You will probably come in, I've come in with 1 or 2 socks missing. And that's just kind of how it goes. If you didn't prepare, and I have been there, you gotta go. Or you come home with a sleeve. I've done that too. I've come home with a sleeve ripped off my shirt, and you're gonna have to go to the bathroom, folks. So this is how you can help prepare yourself. Save some cardboard. Save those boxes when you go to the shopping place that makes you put your stuff in boxes. Save some of that cardboard, flatten it up, stick it behind someplace, you know, get 20, 30 sheets of it or whatever. Save your old bed sheets. You can have all kinds of stuff with that. And let's just say that you are in an emergency situation, but you're home or you're in a place where you still have public utilities, but you don't have toilet paper. So again, you can use any of these methods. And at least here at my home, and in most homes of the people that I know, they have these plastic grocery bags. We store them by the hundreds because they're great for all kinds of things. We even use these for foraging. You've probably seen them in our videos. But if you have to use any of these alternative methods, and like I said, they're not flushable, you can still place your used alternative toilet paper in a paper sack, tie it up, and chuck it. Just to recap with you guys, okay? In an emergency situation, you have what you have. You can stock up on things and be prepared for them. But I've brought to you this video because I have been in a situation where I just didn't have toilet paper. And you have to be creative. And, you know, when you're out in the field and you are in an emergency situation and you have no resources, you've got to figure it out. Thank you for listening to this video. Thank you for sharing your time with us. Get social with us on Facebook. Comment down below. We're still doing the contest on February 28th. This is not the video. The video about called In Plain Sight is the one you need to comment on. But the contest is still going on. I've got several entries that have already been verified. Thank you to that, and have a good one.